assholes.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Voice Acting Sellouts podcast, episode 4. I am Kyle, and we are back with Griff.
What's poppin', B?
Chels.
Hey-o.
We have a returning guest, Jenny, with us today.
Hi.
So we're going to go into Watch Party and talk about ReLIfe episode 2.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
So, can I just have general reactions as to episode 2?
I think it was pretty good. I reckon the pacing of it was really well done. Yeah. It definitely picks up a lot more compared to the first episode.
Yeah,
it doesn't have that random shit going on where he's just screaming in class like, what the fuck is going on? It's definitely a lot more like, all right, cool. I see what's going on. Time to get the show on the road. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
So I would like to bring to the attention of everyone who's watched it and just let's talk about the fact of how many generic stereotypes there are in this show.
My lord.
Oh
my lord.
There's a fair amount.
There are so many.
Not
That
gonna lie.
redhead chick is such a tsundere. Like, come on.
Yeah.
She's she's like, it's not even hideable. It's just she's so out there with it. Like, it's just like, okay, I see what you're doing.
I'll go soon.
Can we just go down the list and just kind of identify right now what cliche characters we have right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we have the main protag, who is our fish out of water.
Yep.
We have the already pre-mentioned tsundere.
Yep. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, she totally doesn't like that guy. Not at all.
Yeah, not at all. Oh yeah, we have the clueless smart guy.
Oh, the clueless smart
Who
guy that
everyone
totally
likes.
doesn't like the other chick, the same chick that doesn't like him, except they hang out all the time, they're best friends, and they have matching earrings, totally don't like each other. I mean, come on.
You have stereotyped, emotionless, awkward chick.
Yeah, awkward chick who doesn't really know how to
And everything
interact
goes
with
over her
society.
head.
Anything.
Everything goes over her head.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's only one stereotype that I don't see in one of the characters, and that's from the chick with glasses. I don't see any stereotype in her.
I wouldn't
That's
call her a
just
stereotype,
one
but her
character.
There's a chick with glasses in there.
No, I would actually call.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
There is a chick with glasses in there.
How is
I
that a
would say
stereotype?
that she's. Oh no, she's also a stereotyped chick with glasses.
Yeah, that's true.
How is that a stereotype? That's just a chick with glasses. That's not a stereotype.
There's always a chick with glasses. There's always a chick with glasses in these high school
I want to also point out
things.
to the fact that she could probably play up the mostly American stereotype of being the socialite trying to get the scoop of just people in general trying to start shit up or
Nope.
Well, I will say though, even though we're saying that she's the stereotype, at the moment she's probably one of the funniest characters on the show.
also maybe the thirstiest.
I thought she was hilarious.
At this point, yes, she is the thirstiest, and no, she doesn't start shit up. I've seen 7 episodes thus far, and I know what's popping.
Nothing happens in episode 6.
I just liked that part.
From what I can remember, it's not exactly a lot.
Guys, some of us haven't watched episode 6.
The preview lied to me.
Get on my R levels then.
I'm chasing
When
Griff.
episode 6 comes around, I will. But
Step up to me. I do nothing but edit and watch anime. What's popping?
I think.
Because
she's I like her because she. You know the part in the episode where those two kind of gang up on the other two, oh yeah, so what's the scoop, man? He goes dating.
Yeah.
And they just go, oh, such a disappointment. And I was just like, I like that. It's cool. Because it's so real, though, because it's what, my friends do.
Yeah, that's definitely a chalk up to best moments of episode 2, because let's be honest here, not a lot happens. It's mostly kind of build up.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And there's still that
left
massive
going, that's
continuity. There's still that massive continuity area about the whole thing that he had to hand it to the teacher, which he didn't
wasn't
do,
even
which still annoys
spoken
me till
about.
this
Wasn't
day.
even spoken about.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to leave it at the fact of it was just off screen. He just did it off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, that just...
I know, it annoys me too.
Truth be told,
Does it keep you up at night knowing the fact that
it
this
does.
man just
It keeps me up at night.
He didn't hand in his apology.
he didn't fucking hand in the apology?
Yes, it makes me so upset. It makes it so unprofessional.
That little fucker.
Can I talk about for a minute?
Yeah.
The dynamic that right now, or that is trying to establish right now with Ryu, the guy from ReLIfe. Like, what do you like? It could probably just be the stereotyped handler character, but I want to say that there's something more to it because he's been having these mixed reactions during the episode.
Who's the guy again?
is.
I can't really remember people's names.
The guy who pretty much got the main character into the ReLIfe program.
Oh,
that
him.
guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh
okay.
Grell's character.
He like later on down the line, about like halfway or so, we get some insight to like there's an episode pretty much dedicated to just some of his backstory, like to how he got into the ReLIfe program, like previous stuff, blah 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 blah, and it's pretty good. And I've currently already got like a couple of guesses as to like what's going on and stuff from like where I'm at in the show. It's pretty well done. The pacing of the show is actually really well. The characters, they all seem to get along. There's like
I don't hate anybody. I mean,
yeah,
it's got that going for it, I guess.
This is true.
I don't hate anyone.
I'm just waiting.
And also coming from the guy who's like, oh, sorry.
Yes.
What?
what?
Oh, I was waiting for
No,
Jane.
oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm just waiting until they talk about sample 001, because obviously something's going on there.
Yeah. I think I have an idea of who
yeah.
that is. I think I've got an idea of who it is.
Okay, fine.
I mean,
Well, we'll keep production.
Truth be told, it should be pretty obvious as to who you think it would be, as to what's been written about him within like a little bit later down the line.
Some of us are only 2 episodes in, okay?
I don't even remember what episode they mention it in. I'm confused myself.
Well, when we get to that episode, we'll do a little theorizing right here on Anime Theory.
Oh my god.
No, stop
It's
that.
Just
No,
a theory.
just stop that right now. Stop that right now. We do not need to sink to a MatPat level. That is an awful idea. I will slap you upside the head. I swear to God, Kyle, I will slap you in your slut mouth.
In your dreams, Bob Ross.
It's not in a dream. If it's real life, I will fly to your state and slap your bitch ass.
This is Trump's
But,
America.
Me.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's backtrack
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
totally.
bit.
Anyway, so
It's on better time, my boy.
Chelsea, is there anything we want to talk about in this episode, or do we want to go to just overall verdict?
I mean, you and I had a bit of a conversation about it. The music, we haven't talked about the opening or ending.
I don't
Yes,
listen to them.
thank you.
I want to. I would love
I
to talk
immediately
about it
skip over 'em.
because I have an opinion, as in they're both forgettable. I cannot remember the opening. It's very skippable. You could skip it and not feel like you've missed anything.
I like the
What's it called?
first
I immediately
opening.
skip over almost every single anime opening and outro. I just immediately go over them and just don't give a shit.
Why?
There's only a couple of exceptions where I actually do listen to it. And hey, look, I'm going to sound like a broken record here. Yes, I know I am, but so are you. So shut your bitch ass up.
That's weird.
It's Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Just,
Oh yeah,
I wanna-
that was dope.
I want an opening
Spicy.
to like either hype me up or just sound really
Yeah.
good. Like, and
Yeah.
this one, it
It
sounds
sound-
okay, but it's
me,
just,
like,
it's forgettable. It's really
Opening
generic.
one sounds like something from Your Name, but like a little bit more on the chill side, like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
even
but
then,
like,
Right.
it's
it's
okay.
just hard
The
to feel
ending's
like-
like, not my thing.
Yeah, the ending, I
Right.
usually don't go through the endings because by the time they pop up, I'm on the next episode.
Yeah. Like I just give it one listen and then like
Yeah. Yeah, it was very
That's
like,
the thing
I
with like
think
me and most. I just automatically skip over the intros and outros just because I don't
outros
really
I
care
usually
for 'em.
skip. The intros I like. I usually just have
Yeah,
them.
but there's only a couple of exceptions where I actually listen to both the intro and outro, and I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I was gonna
Same,
say,
same,
let
same,
me
same, same,
guess,
same.
My Hero
Spicy.
Academia.
I like ending too.
It's
a
our
lot
My
too
Hero
much.
Academia comment of the week.
Let's fucking go, mate. I'm just going to say episode
Well, we're not
29.
gonna talk about My Hero.
Spy-
No,
Spicy
guys, come on.
is
We've done this
Boku no
every
Hero.
time we talk about real life.
I don't
We always
care.
swing
It
to
is
My
worth
Hero
it.
Academia.
It is
Hero
fucking
episode,
worth
Boku no Hero
it.
episode.
We
Well, I don't remember it very well. I haven't watched it in a while.
if
Watch it, mate. It's
We need to
I'm
make a
very behind.
My Hero Academia only episode. Okay, we'll shut up now.
fine. We'll save
Yeah,
it
we'll
for
do
another
that when the
episode.
season's over.
Fine. I mean, we could just talk
Yes!
about like what's happened so far with
Yeah.
like the first season tournament arc, but we won't go into anything else after that.
We'll do a segment on the show where we talk about it.
Yes.
No.
We'll talk
mean,
about My Hero Academia during another topic of the show that I want to bring up later.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely going to correlate with it. But
Yes.
just so we get out of watch party into the other topics, what can we do? Let's go into
Would you
final verdict for this episode.
would you
I
guys want
reckon
to
it's
talk
pretty good.
about
It's
sorry.
brings in a lot of characters, and they definitely don't feel forced, and actually feel like they belong in the proper environment. We see some insight as to what drives some of the characters to do what they do. Everyone just seems to get along pretty well. The main character doesn't seem like a fucking asshole. He gets hit with some realization. He has to make some changes. He starts making friends
They
and
touched
stuff.
upon the fact that he is a 27-year-old in a teenage body, therefore he cannot like the females as they are not of age.
Yeah, and that gets elaborated on more later on down the line, which actually is really well done, from in my opinion.
Well, we'll talk about that when the time comes, when the rest of us are
I'm
there.
gonna sidetrack and be like, I'm really happy that they chose not to give the girls the skimpy PE uniforms. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's such a a
just
cliche.
bless. Okay. Anyway, aside from that, would you guys want to talk about the OST of ReLIfe currently? Like, what do you guys think of it? Because
I like it. I'm enjoying it.
Well, I
a
feel
lot,
like I'm
which is
still
evident 'cause I've
sitting
seen 7
on
episodes
a
and, yeah.
meh, but the meh has been raised slightly, so I'm interested. I'm still interested, and I actually want to watch
meh
the meh.
has been raised.
It's
I love
slightly. I
And
don't
so
want to
it's
give
now
it a
saying,
full on
eh.
yay yet. I'm not quite there. It has to I feel like once we get maybe to the 3rd or 4th episode, my rating from meh to yay will be reached. But until then, I'm still going to give it a meh for right now.
But for me,
I'm
like the
interested now.
OST is like right now it feels like the composer doesn't quite know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's just like it sounds a bit like I'm trying to do this, but then not really. But then it feels half-assed. Like IMO, just me, but like I am not a fan of the music in between. Like during the empty spaces when they're talking
yeah,
and like
I
conversation
think so
happens.
too.
Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
mean,
be sucky if they have the sad scenes and the music's done really half-assed. Then
No,
I'm gonna
oh.
be sitting there well, this isn't emotional.
In the future episodes, the sad scene music is not bad, but it's just the mediocre, day-to-day stuff.
It's very
kinda
mediocre.
Yeah.
I mean, to their regard though, trying to find the right song for the perfect for the right
Understandable,
scene
yeah.
is
not
fairly
easy.
difficult. Because take it from myself, I've been editing a fuck ton, working on my own abridge,
Yeah.
which I did a shameless plug in the previous thing. So if you want to go see it, hey, look, it's there. But,
Shameless plug.
but finding the right song for the right scene was extremely difficult, and then I ended up using some of the songs from the actual show itself
You,
and some songs from other stuff and blah blah
you've
blah.
gotta
blah.
know what you're doing.
I know I need to work on it a lot more.
You gotta know what you're doing. Does anyone know, now that we're kind of talking about, who's producing it and, companies and stuff, I remember when I researched it, it's a company I'm not very familiar with. It's not like any of the ones that we know, like A1 Pictures or something like that.
I didn't actually look into it because I sort of just wanted to.
I did. I don't remember the exact name, but it's one, it's a company I'm not very familiar with. It's just, I don't know any of the other stuff they've done, or it's just one that's kind of under the radar, I guess. So maybe that's it. They just, that maybe they were new when they did this at the time. They just didn't know what they're doing.
I say,
And also the fact that, nowadays in the anime world, there's so many things that start with blank. It's kind of hard.
God.
yeah, it's either Re or Boku. Or Boku no.
True.
Yeah.
Boku no Pico. We don't talk about that though.
We don't mention Boku no Pico
No.
on the
Dude,
show.
let's do a
It
watch
was never
party of
mentioned.
it.
Shut up.
Dude, let's do a watch
No,
party of
fuck
it. No
off.
balls.
No, fuck that. Jenny, what's your final verdict?
Well, it's an above average. Because like I'm up
Yeah,
to
I
like
think so.
episode
I
6
think it's
right
kind
now.
of the
It's
slightly
definitely better
above
than
average.
a lot of other garbage shows that are out there today that just sort of just do it like as a
Well,
pop-up.
well, Griff, I'm just basing it on the episode as a whole, like solo.
Oh,
Like,
the episode
the
as
series
itself
we'll
is,
get to
is
by
fine.
the end, as it.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
just from what I've seen, like usually when it comes to like second episodes of like shows and stuff, it's sort of just like, all right, cool, we sort of understand what they're
Usually-
going for now. Let's see how they pick it up.
Yeah,
And
usually
that's
shows
when,
like this
stuff
pick up.
starts.
They usually
Yeah.
pick up around the 3 to 4, 5 episode mark, except with there are a couple of exceptions to this rule.
Yeah.
There are
It
a couple of
does.
exceptions, but with this show particularly, it picks up usually in the next one or the episode after, and that's when it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'd give it time, I think, and
Yeah,
it'll be
since
alright.
I'm past that episode, I can't say yes, it does.
Yeah. I mean, I'm speculating since I've only seen 2 episodes.
Yeah. And then you've got me
I'm
and Jenny
with
with
you.
the
Yeah, yeah.
insights.
Me and Kyle are following
Got
the
the
rules.
insights,
So I think-
my boy.
So I think overall we can say that this episode as a whole was kind of like, it was all right.
Yeah, pretty
There
much.
wasn't much to say. That's
Yeah.
that's my only issue. It was like it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a good time watching it. I was chuckling and just doing my thing. But at the end, I was like, oh, that's it. Okay.
It's just well. then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I'm with you.
I do have one thing to say though. I'm
Alrighty.
still disappointed the emo guy didn't show up. Like, for God's sake, how long do I have to wait?
Oh, get
I mean,
your
my
fetishes
fetishes
out of
are
here.
in every
Comes hand in
episode.
hand with Tsundere Girl, so you gotta wait for her.
I don't want to wait.
Too bad. I'm pretty sure like he pops off in the next episode anyway.
Yeah,
so-
because
Ooh.
his friend, emo boy, is childhood friends with Tsundere Girl and one other guy. So
Yes.
yeah, they come as a package.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, it's all three
Finally.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, so excited.
Alrighty. Well, that'll do it for Watch Party today.
Yeah.
Yeet.
So we'll go on to our next topic.
Nice.
What are we talking about?
So, y'all, have you heard that Atari is putting out a new console?
I heard, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Is it they are, my guy.
I know, but it's just why
Good
though?
motto, good motto.
I like Atari for the most part. I really don't know how to
I will
feel
s-
about it though.
It's a ballsy move for them to do it. Like, it's a ballsy move from Atari to come out with a console considering its competition.
Yeah,
and
like,
especially because
why?
Atari had a massive flop a couple of years ago with its consoles.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's go into the fact of like how they presented it. So they presented the Atari box out to the demographic, where they presented it as this streaming service that they were going to get their classic Atari games as well as some new IPs, hopefully that will be streamed through the box. And people are, and we have to give Atari credit. There hasn't been much to them in like 30 years. Let's be fair here.
Especially because the way they went out was sort of just like, well, I mean, they had their run. They haven't really put out anything good,
went
and the
out
most
because
recent
their
consoles
stuff
have been
became,
fucking garbage,
like,
and so have all the
irrelevant.
games. They did well for the first couple of years. They tried to put out some other stuff after that, and it went to crap.
Well, and then I can argue this with what they told their investors later on. It was quoted that to limit risk, they would sell out the console, but then have their resources for upcoming games be paid for by crowdfunding, like Kickstarter, through the box. So you go and turn on your console, your brand new console. You're like, wow, okay, time to play some Atari. I haven't done that since the 80s. And yeah, you just get a whole bunch of links that says, please help us. We need money.
Please help us out. We're poor.
It's a very
Yeah,
ballsy move.
I mean, it's a weird.
I mean, they're not forcing people if there's a
I think-
Kickstarter for people to fund it.
I think they're just trying
Yeah.
to stay relevant. I mean, it's kind of sad.
They haven't been
like,
relevant
because they
for
know that their
years.
company is
They-
so
they
not
are-
relevant to everything
The only
else that
time
we
their
use.
name ever really gets brought up is just like, oh, do you guys remember Atari, the old consoles and shit? Mm-hmm. I mean, like, yeah,
I
but
mean-
they also did put out like a terrible amount of consoles, like most times.
And
than
the
not.
terrible games
I'm pretty
that
sure
came
the Atari 5200 was garbage. I think it was the Atari 5200. I don't know. It was some crap that was garbage.
I mean, I know the last like with the games, the last thing that they released was like in, God knows, like late. Like
Yeah, because
90s?
after that, they
early
mostly
90s or
became
something,
a
and, like, it was
publisher,
so
if anything.
it did really poorly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were out of the game too long.
Oh no, console. Sorry, not
So
game.
overall, how would you think a box like this would do in a market today? Now that we have things like, I don't know, you have Steam, you have most of your online marketplaces, but then we also had instances like the Ouya. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Sad.
Truth be told, I reckon this isn't going to go well. I reckon they're going to sink a crap ton of money into it. Barely anybody's going to buy it, and it's just going to go bad.
All right. Any
Like, what's the overall, like, I think the overall consensus is that we're not feeling it. It shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
It should just,
Yeah.
No. It just,
I mean, all power to them. I kind of want to see how this goes, whether or not they're actually able to pull this off.
I mean, yeah, I've got that really
or if it's
horrible
gonna
part of
flop.
me that wants to see it crash and burn just for the lols.
But let's
I
be
mean,
real
maybe
here.
the marketing campaign would have come up with something else, but like, I don't know.
they
For now,
already
it's just,
have with the announcement of Kickstarter.
Let's be real here. They're going to get fucking slaughtered. They
Yeah.
are going to lose
I mean,
drastically.
Unless something miraculous happens.
No,
I mean, from what I've seen, it does look nice. I will give them that.
I suppose.
But with everything else, it's just like,
Everything looks nice when you put a black background and like one light.
yeah, you're right.
But with, like, coming from me personally, like, if I've got these consoles, like, the ones I already have, I don't want to, like, buy something that I know nothing about, like, or, like, something that I'm perfectly fine with just to buy something that
Right.
probably doesn't, like,
Right.
something from somewhere that doesn't have the best track record of consoles or games. So, like,
Yeah.
It doesn't have street cred,
yeah, like,
basically.
I don't have a desire to get one at all. I'm
Yeah,
fine
me
with the
neither.
consoles I have.
I mean, I worked for like 2 weeks to get an Xbox One, so I'm just like, I got
Oh
that.
yeah, I worked
I'm
my
good.
ass off to get my PS4, and I'm
Yeah,
perfectly content with it.
Fair
it
enough.
does what I want it to do.
So let's put the final nail in the coffin on this topic and move on.
Yep.
We're gonna move to a new
it's
topic,
already-
a new segment
already
on the
made the
show
burial.
called "What Happened."
Oh my. All right,
Yep.
cool. Everyone sit
So
back. Except
on what
Kyle.
happened,
Kyle's
we're gonna
go
look
Yeah,
at
Kyle's gonna
certain
take the
topics,
reins
be
for
it
this
games,
one.
movies, whatever. What happened to be seemed to have pretty good potential, but ended up failing miserably, and we all need to remember so we don't make the same mistakes again. And today,
Yes.
we're gonna talk about a personal one of mine. Just it
Yes.
still hurts.
You can't say the
Poor
name.
Kyle.
It's that
Aliens,
bad.
Colonial Marines. Too bad.
No.
So-
Kyle wants to go
We
ham.
can't do it. We can't do it.
Let me
We
just
have
give
to
you
go
a
in.
Let Kyle go
general stigma of Aliens Colonial Marines. It originally came out in 2013 for Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC, with Wii U support to be put in later. I'm pretty sure it never happened.
Yes.
And I want to take a minute to go down this crazy timeline we have of development. The original concept of the game was developed by Check Six Games, and was going to be published by Fox Interactive and EA for the PlayStation 2 in 2001, but it was canceled. And apparently, from what we understand, it had many similarities to what Gearbox released. So let's fast forward 5 years, and December 11th of 2006, Sega announced that they purchased the rights of Aliens, or the electronic rights to Alien from 20th Century Fox. And only 4 days later, that they announced that Gearbox will be working on the same project. Fast forward to February of 2008, this is the official announcement of Aliens Colonial Marines. And from there on, you go to PAX 2010. We have our first look at screenshots of the game, and it looks pretty authentic to the feel of Aliens. You have your kind of bulky armor pads for the Colonial Marines. They look decked out. You see the pulse rifle. You see the xenomorph, and you're kind of like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, this game looks really good. I hope they don't fuck it up. Fast forward to E3 2011, and they dropped the official trailer, and it was expected to release that next spring of 2012. Well, come to January 26th of 2012, this is when its first delay happened, and we're all like, oh no, oh dear. End of May, we have...
Who knows? Oh, no,
Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox Software, explains to official PlayStation Magazine that the delays were caused to add additional cast members from the actual Aliens films. Like, you have Michael Biehn, who played Hicks. You had Mark Rolston, who played Drake. Al Matthews, who played Apone. Lance Hendrickson, and as you know, he's just become a staple of the Alien franchise, along with Sigourney Weaver. And William Hope, who played Lieutenant Gorman. Out of those 5 names that I mentioned,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure only 2 show up in the game. Only 2!
Really?
Ooh.
It was Michael Biehn and Lance Hendrickson.
Wow.
This was in a time...
Not even
Well, they couldn't get
Sigourney
Sigourney
Weaver.
Weaver because that would piss off the
Sad
fan
man.
base even more, because this was supposed to be a sequel to Aliens, which I'll get to that in a minute. So this would be during the time... This was 18 weeks after Aliens,
Oh.
so it would have been in the time of Alien 3. So that it would have been a big continuity error.
Massive one.
Oh,
I got no
I'll
clue. I
take
don't
care of that
watch
personally.
Or know anything about the Alien franchise, so that's all you more.
I know.
So, in
bits and
February of
pieces.
2013, an anonymous whistleblower reports to Destructoid that Gearbox had been taking people and resources, off of the project to put them on Borderlands, and was still collecting full payments from Sega. And when Sega discovered
Wow, really?
when they found out about this,
Jesus.
they were originally going to pull the plug on the project. And as the information let out, the development of the game was outsourced to
Asian.
other outside developers in order to compensate the mismanagement. So we have sources that claim that Demlurge, I'm going to butcher the hell out of these, I'm sorry. Demlurge Studios and Nerve Software, well, not the second one, were responsible for the game's downloadable content, while Timegate Studios were responsible for the majority of the game's campaign, which you can tell, because, my God, that we'll get to the actual gameplay here in a minute, but I just want to talk about the development cycle and just this hell. And so, game comes out, it manages to sell in its entire life cycle until everyone stopped giving a shit, 1.3 million copies. In general standards, and especially for Gearbox, it's pretty low. But for Sega, there's still high numbers, but what came after is a wave of despise and hate. Because I can say right now, I bought this game day one.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked away from this game. I couldn't help it.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Uh-huh. This will be a recurring thing on this show, where I will be a day one user, and it'll be of my fuck ups mostly.
Do you mind if I kind of go through, like, because I did a little bit of research
Oh,
myself.
please do.
I went through the ratings of this game, and I can tell you, for the most part, it either sits at the rating scale sits between usually a 3 or a 4.5 out of 10, and this is for the majority of either sites or just people in general on the internet. It's not just us bitching about a game. This is people absolutely fucking hating this game. Like, on IGN, it's 4.5 out of 10.
I mean,
on the
we-
metric,
we-
it's
we-
45%. On
We don't
the
trust
trusted
IGN
reviewers.
as a
I know,
reliable
but
source
like
for
even
anything.
but
I'm
this
pretty
was
sure
a few
Angry
years
Joe
ago.
gave it like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, and on the trusted like reviewers, they also gave it like 4 out of 10. Like, all these people went through, and yeah, so it's basically, it just tells like this game is just not good. Like, I haven't played it myself. I can say that right now. But from the things I've looked at as I did my research, I was like, I'm happy I missed out because
Well,
it's not good.
You're not wrong. And before we get into full-on discussion, I want to just add one last thing. This was at the end of its life. In April of 2013, Gearbox and Sega were in a class action lawsuit for false advertisement because in the trade shows that they would promote the game, the game looked a hell of a lot better than the final product, to a point where there were whole segments and scenes that never happened in the actual game.
Which seems to be a recurring theme in most games today. No Man's Sky, for example.
No Man's Sky.
Let down that promise so much.
Shit, you can look at
Games
Watch
and
Dogs.
Movies have that trope as well, where they have things in either trailers that are really important, or there are things that they promise that are really important and they're nowhere to be seen.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a thing that happens quite a lot now, I've noticed. So it's a new trope that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly. Because, like, don't try promise something and then just not deliver on it. Because otherwise it's sort of just like, well, we feel fucking robbed. Like, why did
No
we
Man's
waste our money on
Sky.
this? Oh, fucking massively. Let's talk about No Man's Sky. So pretty much, the disappointment of No Man's Sky is, I'm just kidding, we'll let the aliens thing go first and then we'll talk about it if we have enough time.
Well, that'll be its own segment.
Yeah, that's its own podcast episode, man.
Probably, yeah.
It's going to take a long time.
I don't think it deserves
So to
it,
close
but,
out this
yeah.
story, we're not going to talk about No Man's Sky right now. So Sega settled to agree this class action lawsuit, and they agreed to pay $1.25 million. So whatever they potentially did gain from those sales, it just got clipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the class action was dropped, and the case was dropped in 2015. So with this tale of lying and stealing and who knows what, I actually reached out to Randy Pitchford on Twitter to no avail, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard about this. You
to no avail.
mentioned that.
Because I tweeted at
no
him,
avail.
just I would think pretty nicely. I just tweeted at him, it's been 4 years since Colonial Marines, and looking back, what would you change?
And then he blocked you.
Hoping to get just a standard legal guff of reply, but I'm pretty sure as soon, or if he ever saw it, he'd just be like, fuck this kid, all right, I'm out of here.
He'd be like, I wouldn't have made it in the first place.
And that's it. Like, next time you check his Twitter, you're just blocked by him.
Oh my god.
So now I must get to a point where I must discuss my grievances with Aliens Colonial
go for
Marines.
it.
Go nuts, my boy.
Please.
So,
Alright, cool. Let me just go to the bathroom.
yeah, everyone get a drink, get some popcorn, sit back and let's listen.
Oh, dude, hit me up with some orange juice
Grab a
through
beer, grab a
PayPal.
coffee.
FedEx to me.
FedEx me some orange juice, my boy.
So, it's not the fact that it was the false advertisement. It was
that's just
lack.
an annoyance.
It was the lack of
Effort.
competence in the project. It was the fact that they legitimately tried to fuck with the actual canon of the franchise.
They did.
They
did.
tried.
Go in.
This is a legit sequel in the actual canon of the franchise.
They did. I looked up some of the clips, and they did, and I was
There is a
shaking my head
point
going,
where I'm not going to
"Fuck
give any
that."
spoilers away to the game or to the actual franchise as a whole, because I want people to at least experience the first two Aliens films. They are worth your time. But they put key characters into this game and completely changed their outcome to a point
Really?
it does not make sense in the canon, and it's
Jesus
just they said in their development interviews that they had this original story. They were gonna tell more about the Colonial Marines and the lore of Alien and all this good shit. They did dick for this game.
They didn't do jack.
This
Now,
this
what's the
story
quote?
is about.
What's that
This story is
quote?
about. Oh God, what was that quote?
Come on.
I wish I got that quote. I could just steal from Mighty Number 9 at this point. It would still have the same effect. It's like, oh, at least it's better than nothing. I'm gonna kick your fucking ass here. Was what I'm gonna do.
You might as well just not have anything, because why get hyped up for something for a disappointment? Just don't announce anything.
It
No one has to
became,
get any false hope for it.
I will give it this. It was a game where they had the mechanics at least focused on what you need to do. Shoot the aliens and,
Do the things.
But then it became a legitimate, just copy-paste clone of a modern-day fucking FPS shooter.
It is, though. It looks the same as, like, every shooter you'd get, like, even now.
It became Call of Duty Aliens. That's what it became.
Oh, so wait, we're just talking about Infinite Warfare then?
I mean, you're right.
That's
You're
another
right.
one for another episode, my friend.
Yeah. I will save my opinions on that for another thing. Don't worry.
So I have my last say before I have open comments on the segment. Is just I have this game in my library as a physical copy as a reminder of how games should not be, and it goes
I
to
agree.
saying, don't fix what's not broken.
Something that ain't broken.
So that's my take. What do y'all think?
I agree. Like, from what I know, I haven't played it, like I said before, but, like, I did my research and I watched either other people play it or just watch clips of the games. It's not good. It's just not good. It can go fuck right off. It's not good. Don't mess with a franchise that has some faults, but, like, don't mess with the good stuff in it. Leave that alone.
Yeah.
Like, no. I'm sorry, you can't do that.
Like, I can see what you're trying to do. Points for effort, but no, you
like, fuck off.
fucking suck. Just stop. Try something new. Try something that hasn't been done before. Don't try remaster something that's been good. Yeah.
Kyle, what's the quote from Angry
Don't fuck
Joe?
with something that people love.
Yep, Angry Joe had his review.
Yeah. For this game, I think it's highly appropriate. The thing that
Angry
he says.
Joe and I had a very, very same opinions about this
Yeah.
game.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're all at a point where we just acknowledge the fact that this game is just a complete utter disappointment, and
Yeah.
we need to nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I agree there. Send this bitch to the Shadow Realm. Claim his soul.
Get the silver recalcos on that shit, man.
Yeah, my boy.
Well, gents, those are the topics for today. So we're gonna have some channel announcements.
Yay.
So, welcome to my domain. Alrighty, so, over the past, I say, 2 weeks or so, myself, Chelsea, and Kyle have been in calls every single night discussing what we could do for this channel.
Yes.
And we all struck up some ideas. But the most suggested one that came about from us was an abridged series.
Yeah.
So we have decided to create one.
Woo!
And
As
we
of this
have-
current moment of the recording this on August. It's August, yes? Yep, alright, cool.
Yes.
Don't worry about me.
This day of
I'm just-
August.
on the 10th of August. Okay, shut up. Okay, on the 10th of August, Thursday, I am about 70% done on an abridged that I started on Monday, which is 3 days ago. And if I'm lucky enough and I can get all voice lines, it'll be up by Sunday.
This man.
If I can get everything done on time, which I most likely will be able to, it'll be there for you lot to see and experience.
That's like
So that's what we have decided to do.
That's a low key dub to me. Going Chelsea, get your fucking lines in.
Mostly,
Pretty much, yeah. I've got on to the point to where I need something to work on. This is annoying.
I know.
I want something to do,
know.
damn it.
I'm gonna try and whack them all
But,
out on
yes.
Saturday.
Sounds good. But yes, I am going to be the editor of this abridge from now on. But I will also be getting help from Jenny here, who is a sound director, was it? but yeah, she is going to be helping me with the creation of the abridge for the technical part of it, script writing and everything that usually comes into play with mostly Kyle doing in the work for writing scripts and stuff.
Oh yeah, this is Kyle's baby right here.
just a little bit.
As to what the actual abridge is, I don't think I said it, but if I did,
I'll say
it's
it.
going to be.
I'll say it.
All right.
Yeah, like Kyle
by all
do.
means.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will present to you Fuka Abridged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
So we'll
So yes.
So we'll hopefully have that out to you real soon. And so far, it's been a really fun project to work on, and we only hope that you enjoy it.
Yes. And I have spent a colossal amount of time trying to get this done. And it is paying off because I've been working my ass off constantly. And I need more work. I need something to work on. This is actually annoying me now because I've gotten to the point where I love editing for hours on end. And now that I don't have anything to edit, it's just... What do I do?
So it's
I need
driving
something
you
to do. I need to be productive. It pretty much
Start
is,
on
yes. Because
another
before I
bridge.
didn't like to sit down for too long and edit. Now I'm just like, I need something to edit. Please help me.
Just start on another one.
But I mean, I would like to, but I can't be half-assed to write scripts at the moment. So, But that's pretty much the biggest thing. There are a couple of other ideas here and there, but not really too important. But there is an idea that I had, which we might discuss now or a little bit later on. What do you guys reckon? Do you guys want to hear what I have, or just talk about it later?
Actually, this would be a good time to actually do it on stream, because by the time we head to the end card, I would love to hear what the audience hears.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Cool. I just blacked out for a couple of seconds there. What happened?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You were about to, chime some ideas online.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I'm not allowed to have ideas online.
Those are
If you have an
opinions.
idea online, you're about to get crucified. No, I'm kidding.
Oh god. Jesus Christ. Really?
Okay, so pretty much the idea that I had is not only doing abridges and stuff, but also doing some comic dubs, as I reckon that would be pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
And short and easy.
Yeah.
Mind you, I can't draw for shit.
It could
but
be
hey.
like...
Yeah, same.
Well,
God
I mean,
damn.
we could always just try finding
dub what
artists that
people
could,
say.
that already
Yeah.
has some stuff that we could work on.
I mean,
So
yeah.
I guess this is gonna be a local shout out. Be like, if you have a web comic
you
or
want- you
something
want-
and you want it dubbed by us, shoot us
Just hit us up.
Just hit us up.
We have an email.
Okay, I don't know if people have noticed from me adding it into the description, but I've made a survey for people who watch, just to let us know what everyone's thinking and what you guys feel about, who's on the podcast, or like what do you want to see, or who do you like the best in the episode. Because if you guys fill it out for us, if you fill it out for us, it gives us an idea of like how we're doing, and we can really work on that, and like we can get the feedback we need to like make our shows even better. So, and from now on,
Because
every
I do like to say
description will have
that we believe that we like what we're doing here and we have fun doing it, but we like to make it better.
Yeah.
Yes, we would like to make
Indeed.
it better, and there's only room for improvement. So I thought that would be a good idea. It's a short survey, so no one panic or anything. It's like 4 questions, like at most.
We totally won't ask for your credit card details because we're all Nigerian princes.
We're all Nigerian princes and we want your social security number. Anyway. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming onto the podcast today.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any recent shameless plugs they want to add in?
Okay, so here's something that I would just like to say. If you guys didn't know, I finished a bridge I was working on for the past month or two. And so far, it has been going fucking ham on views, and I actually can't thank anybody enough for actually clicking on the video. As of this current time of me being in this podcast, it currently has almost 350 views. It might have even been broken at this point. It's but
Well done.
In the past 4 or 5 days, it's gotten 346 views, and it's fucking mental because I've never had a video get that much views in that short amount of time. So I'm actually extremely fucking stellar about it. It was extremely hype for me. And just thanks, because this shit took fucking ages to get out. But hey, there we go.
And if we have any new
they're
viewers
gonna be there somewhere.
crossing by our path, I'll have an annotation put in to link to this video,
Yes.
where me and
Yeet.
Chelsea have also helped in the production of this, and
Yeah.
I will
You
say
may
it's turned out
recognize
very
a few
well.
Voices.
There are a couple of things I will fix up on next time around, which I'm actually improving on now with the Fuku breach. And I'm also going to get checks and stuff on it from Jenny here. So yeah, look forward to it. It's getting better, my boys.
Anything else?
But, yeah,
Anything
that's
else?
pretty much all my... No, that's pretty much all it. Just Twitter, Behind the Voice Actor, YouTube shit. It's
standard
usual.
stuff.
All right, let's end this bitch. thank you for coming on to the podcast. Make sure to leave a like, comment. Tell us how you think of ReLIfe if you've been watching with us. Tell us how you think about the Atari Box, or do you have any grievances with Aliens, Colonial Marines, all that good shit? We would love to know, and if you would like to discuss with us more on anything we've talked about in the show or life in general, head over to our Discord server and just talk shop with us and be cordial, or don't. It's whatever. It's the internet.
Yay!
Thank you for coming to the podcast today. I'm Kyle.
I'm Griffin, Vex, whatever you want to call me. You could call me a Holocaust survivor for all I care.
I'm Chill.
I'm Jenny.
Have a fun time, guys, because we're definitely not, because we're going to edit this now.
We are the voice acting sellouts, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
I'm the biggest sellout.
You are, though.